So they'll be calling you a radical. So I started the Million Mass March on this campus. 7 million people, me and John Anthony. It was gigantic. We threw an umbrella over all these issues. Fukushima was the main issue. The death of Danielle Willard. Joe the Killer Cops. Matthew Stewart. All this corruption, the social inequalities. Why not start another one? So, Earth Day. Today's Earth Day, and this is important. You Google around, it'll tell you that Earth Day was started in 1970 by Gaylord, the senator in Wisconsin, and the Harvard. It's total fucking bullshit. Earth Day was started in San Francisco by John. He was an incredible peace activist, and he was a fierce anti-nuclear energy guy, fierce anti-bomb. He got it. He knew that freaking nuclear energy was there to the bomb, fierce. His compadre, his partner, a few years back, 2015, 16, I did a really great interview with him, and we got into numerology and everything, and he had moved Earth Day to January 11th. Now, the first Earth Day, 1970, happened in San Francisco, and it wasn't on the 22nd of April. It was John's birthday. I think it was the day after. It was the equinox. And was it rooted in his religious? Oh, yeah. He was a big time, so-called Christian. He would quote out of the Bible, honor the earth, and he would quote scripture. He was a fierce anti-nuclear energy guy. He was the king. He died shortly after Fukushima. I used to talk to him. And my activism days. And, he was the greatest. So it's after 3/11. I started the Million Mass March. Why can't you start another one? I can't. So I would say all you earth-raping, SMR fairy tale bullshit Department of Energy liars, where's your fucking crown? Where's your crown? Where's your crown? Crown King. It's like Metallica. Talk about greed. Aren't they from the Bay Area, San Francisco? I remember when they played here in '98 on the football field, and lightning struck, and it rained, and they left. This concert was 4 in the afternoon. They went into their trailers, everybody left, and then they came back. It was something else, and everything's been downhill ever since. They came in, hijacked our school of business. Who used to teach Earth Day, used to teach ethics, used to teach environmentalism, anti-nuclears, and whoa, look at them now, under investigation by the FBI. So I'm starting, and why not? People have heard it from me anyway. Dissolve the Department of Energy, the DOE, get rid of it. And hear me out. So the Department of Energy, was started in the 70s. It basically is an extension of the Atomic Energy Commission, which Atoms for Peace, for so-called peaceful uses of nuclear, which is a crock of shit. Jeff Bezos' grandfather was the spokesman, Geis on the mother's side. So what has the Department of Energy evolved into? They're nothing more, and they don't promote energy. They promote nuclear fairy tales. They promote nuclear pork. That's all they promote. Jennifer Granholm, Rick Perry, they're one and the same. That's all SMR bullshit, pork. And then there's, of course, Price Anderson, the Congressional Act that lets them just steal money. And so all the funding the Department of Energy gets, which is gigantic, where does it go? For a fairy tale that doesn't exist, nuclear energy. And it blows my mind because what they've done is they've stole all the money and all the resources that could have went to real energy solutions like solar, like geothermal, like wind, like what they've done in Germany, like they've done in Europe. So let's do this. One-man band isn't Blanche. Big turnout you got today. Yeah, I remember when I did my ceremony, I painted ribbons on my house when I was dying of cancer. When I got out with the central line hanging in, I had 8 souls show up. The last muskrat in West Weber. Big, beautiful water snakes showed up. A couple robins. A sandpiper showed up. A killdeer. A got it. Don't you love how they fake like they got the hurt wing and away from the nest? So anyway, you got a big turnout, Blanche, on Earth Day. So as you know, this I almost started to cry when I seen this pop up yesterday because Earth Day was started in San Francisco. It was not started by Gaylord. It was not started by, Hayes at Harvard. No, John started it. John Connell started it and his group in San Francisco, and they were fierce, and they were anti-nuclears, anti-bomb and anti-nuclear. They got it. Who do you think taught me? I've been at this my whole life, and the train used to go from here, the Union Station, the count right. Take the train to San Francisco. We had a lot of ties here. So the first school districts that started celebrating Earth Day before it was even Earth Day was here. Weber and Ogden cities. Now look at them. What the hell happened? It's after 3/11. So dissolve, and don't you love black and pink? Did you know black and pink, well, light blue and pink were the original nuclear colors. They changed them to yellow and black. So I love the organic, rough-looking stuff. Should we put a peace sign through it? Yeah, I love the peace sign. Don't you love the peace sign, the old one? Yeah, because it's like my aortic valve. I tell everybody, oh, you Earth Ripper, where's your fucking crown? Where's your crown, Metallica? Look what they've turned into. So my aortic valve failed, and the aortic valve basically has 3 flaps on it, and it looks just like the nuclear symbol. It's how you're born. Mine was born with 2 flaps, and then the chemo. I got open heart surgery twice now. It's irony. My dad nuked to death in Nevada Test site by these guys. Try to make a sequel out of me. So how should just the one line X through it? Let's experiment. Who are you gonna call? Who are you gonna call? DOE busters. I like that. So we continue it like that. I don't know, you decide. I like it just like that. The pie is a half full. Now we got to do some more with it. I will. It's a work in progress. What do you think there? It's getting there. Dissolve it. Get rid of it. End it. All it is nuclear energy propaganda, new scale from hell, unicorns. And so I almost cried when I saw this. I was so fucking happy. I spent a lot of the Earth Days in San Francisco at that moment where it was started. So they have a giant, it's the only place in the country that really has it going on Earth. We have a good one here. I'm going out to it right now at the Nature Center. 5 years ago today, I had a table out there, and I got Westinghouse. Westinghouse, who's the Carney Maraud's right behind my house, who's been bankrupt how many times? And here they are showing up at giving us some money at our Earth Day celebration. My grandparents' old farm is where it's at, the organic farm of the Shoshone there, right where the IRS is. I'm protesting. I threw a fit in 2014 when they showed up 15. I went crazy about it, and I got Westinghouse kicked the hell out of our Earth Day movement. So yesterday, they got a booth set up, these pro-nuke freaks, the Diablo Canyon idiots. $4.4 million a day California's paying to keep that piece of shit open that we don't even use. TikTok, Diablo Canyon clock, lessons from Fukushima. I was so thrilled. The organizers of Earth Day San Francisco threw them the hell out. They kicked them out because they're not about Earth Day. They're opposite of Earth Day. They're not clean. They're not green. They're sham. Ask them in Germany. What's Fukushima? They can and so there's the culprit is the DOE. It's pretty rough and ugly looking, but good. I like it. And it's a work you guys can get to work on. There's so much good work as I did the Black and Yellow Friday. We protested nuclear reactors. You know, I protested Livermore. I mean, you name it, I've protested their nuclearism. So feeling a lot better. I got the bad teeth out yesterday afternoon. I cannot believe not one single tree's in bloom in late April. God, we're gonna flood like you never seen flooding. It's just cold. It's colder than shit today. Normal high 65. So, got the nuclear football today. Got a lot of good stuff. Been a long time since I broke out the nuclear football. I got that at San Onofre. How long must I sing this song? You know, keep bowing them out, California. What could go wrong? The work we did at San Onofre, that shut down, paramount. Almost a nuclear-free California. New York would have been nuclear-free, but status King Cuomo gave him $7.6 billion more pork. The money could have went to real solutions. California's producing 200% more solar a day than they can use. So it's my new movement. I'll have this out there today. I go after Westinghouse big time, and everybody in my area works for them, so they don't like me. I don't give a fuck. I'm selling my soul to the devil for a paycheck. And the DOE. Here we go. Nice. And the DOE. Right. Use what you got. Absolutely, right? Use what we have. So, abolish the DOE, Department of Energy, which is the Department of Nuclear. Abolish it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. So, all you pro-nukers, all you freaks, we got that. Abolish the DOE. Get rid of the Department of Energy, which is nothing more the Department of Nuclear Fairy Tale, Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, freaking unicorn pork. They don't exist. You keep throwing money at this fucking thing for 80 years of bullshit when it could have been put money to real solutions. We call that opportunity cost in the school of economics, right? So I started the Million Mass March on this campus, and it was gigantic, really gigantic. Me and John Anthony, but 7 million people. I mean, what a beautiful movement. All the right reasons. We weren't left right. The only place you'd ever seen you had far righters with far lefters holding hands. I mean, people came together like no other. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am stuck in the middle with you. So, why not abolish the Department of Energy? The original Earth Day happened on March 21st, not April 20. April 22nd, I don't know where they come up. Well, I do know where they come up with that day, and it was big, and I'm all for that day. You know, what's the perfect date? Remember that from the movie? April 25th. April 10th, I used to say, my birthday. John's birthday is when it was. I think it was the day after his birthday. His group, I was heavily organized with, active with his whole group, my whole life. He was incredible. Anti-bomb, anti-nuclear energy, anti-war. That's what it was all about. You know, now look at it. Greenwashers take it over. Yay, greenwash. We got stamps on our tuna cans. It's all bullshit. You know, so we need to bring it back at the grassroots level. And that's a big start. Me getting Westinghouse kicked out of our Earth Day movement out there at the Nature Center, which is right where my grandparents, my grandmother's home was. Her parents' farm was right there. They were organic. My dad was a faint. He'd be called an organic farmer. God, he was beautiful. He was an incredible guy. Nuked to death in that test site, but everybody called him Digger. He was a farmer. He'd be called an organic farmer by today's standards. Potatoes. He was famous for his potatoes. Oh my God, those big red. Kevin, go out in the garden and dig up some of those potatoes, and I'll make you some cream peas and potatoes that you love so much. Go pick some of that early zucchini. I'll slice it up and dip it in batter and put some pepper on it for you, Kevin. My pinup artist mother from Woodbury. Beautiful. I mean, I never went to the grocery store ever, but their family farm. I mean, it was so good them days, and he died young of cancer. She's gone too. So we'll work on it. We'll get the tanks out. I'll get my clothesline going. My paints, I'm feeling a lot better. Got those teeth out. So all you earth rapers, you pieces of shit. By the way, I was just checking the Oregon salmon numbers. Oh, fuck, there's 1,300 for the year. Fuck, for the year on the Columbia. The whole year. There's one in the Rogue, and Idaho opened it. It's the smoking gun of Fukushima. Record returns until Fukushima happened. Pacific Ocean just dying. The true real Earth Day was started in San Francisco as a peace movement, anti-war, anti-nuclear energy, anti-nuclear bomb. It was an anti-nuclear movement, and he got it. He understood, and it was international. It wasn't just in the U.S., but everybody did catch on, and it was he started it, not Gaylord and Hayes. Oh hell no, nope, 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 nope. Nope, it was started. It was an anti-nuclear movement. So happy Earth Day! I'm all for it being today. And so here, everybody likes to do this. I don't do this. I do this. I do this. So I'll tell you about the juggling the soup can. When I got cancer, I got leukemia. I was given 2 months to live. When I was in the bone marrow transplant center fighting for my life is when I came up with the can souping, flipping thing. And I'll tell you what, it's when I came up with it. I never dropped it once when I was in an intense radical fight for the few years. I mean, I was almost dead. Walking the coast, blah, blah, blah. The reason I started flipping the can because fighting cancer, AML, leukemia, I mean, I had de novo. The chance of surviving is less than 1% then. It's so dynamic. Remember I used to do those radical, just improv, freaking just go crazy, intense. Some of the best improv ever done I used to rip off while juggling a soup can behind my back. Because you have to walk and chew gum on Balco. It's so creative and so dynamic is the fight. That's why as I'm improving, I'm shooting stuff off the hip. I'm out in the street, freaking doing freaking hearings, whatever, blah, 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 going crazy, boom, 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 with my wit while juggling. Because it's the ultimate juggle. That's so. Where's your crown? Where's your fucking crown, you earth raping pieces of shit and all you greenwashing pieces of shit? You pro nuclear energy liars? Department of Energy, Jennifer Granholm and Rick Perry. I call them the anti porn because they both said they're going to make nuclear sexy again. When was this sexy? When was it? Like when you go into a bone marrow transplant, like when Kevin Blanch weighed 119 pounds, pigment was burned out of his eyes, had blisters all over his tongues, down my fucking throat, fucking chemo burned through the top of my head, burned through my fucking legs, fucking suck. That's sexy? That's sexy? Fuck, sickos. Sickos. So, we'll work on it. Dissolve the Department of Energy. Just get rid of it. Just completely get rid of it, which is nothing but the Department of Nuclear Fairy Tale thieving pork. That's all it is. Dissolve the Department of Energy. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Happy Earth Day. I'll stick with the 22nd. I like 22. I love that number, Bob Hayes. Rashid Shaheed. Love that number. So, God, you're way past 311, Kevin. So, thank you in San Francisco. I love you. I can't tell you how much I love every single person that's involved with the Earth Day gig this year. I cannot tell you how much I love you. Throwing the nuclear scum out is marquee. It's a massive, important, metaphorical. Oh, yeah. Big time metaphorical. And so it's a big deal. And I got Westinghouse thrown out of our Earth Day celebration. I'm headed down there now. So dissolve the DOE. And the fact is, and like I said, there are great interviews out there with he and I. God, it's a fucking incredible interview we did in Illinois. He moved Earth Day. He lives in Canada now. He was from Canada. And he moved it to 111 Aaron Swartz Day, the day Annika and my dad both died January 11th. Alexander Hamilton's birthday. Aaron Swartz, that day I was there. I was in the courtroom that day. Whoa. So I started the Million Mass March. I can start another movement. Well, it's the same movement. The Post-Ignorance Project. Get rid of the Department of Energy. Just get rid of it. Because all it is pork, and it's stealing from us. I used to teach right there in the #1 school of business. And we call that opportunity cost. They've stole from all of us, the nuclear energy crime syndicate, with their lies. They know they don't work. They just keep throwing money at it. Money, billions and billions and trillions, and Google. And the Department of Energy. Happy Earth Day. God bless John. He was the greatest. He died right after Fukushima. You know, and his whole crowd. I was so involved with those people. You know, the best. They were the best of the best. You know, so that's who started Earth Day. Thank you in San Francisco. I love you, man. What you did. Thank you. Stay in tune.